Hey guys, welcome back, welcome aboard, welcome home, however you're sitting in relation to all of this information this week, these messages, this channel, all those things. Let's have a conversation about what's up this week. This week being the 23rd through the 29th of January 2023. It's going, isn't it? It's going pretty quickly already. Let's just get into it. So we start Monday, right? We're post new moon, post Mercury direct, post Uranus direct, post Aquarius season. So we start this week with a lot more Aquarian energy on Monday. Our Aquarian moon conjuncts both Saturn and Venus, of course, both in Aquarius. And then the moon moves into Pisces. What a splash. So this is a good day to witness your own good choices, right? And feel in alignment. Thank you. That Pisces moon is going to create feelings of deeper connection, feelings of kind of a wider sense of yourself being witnessed in and through and as others, right? That Pisces and Aquarian energy together creates kind of a sense of compassion. It really creates the awareness of love as a verb, right? What we do, how we create, how we position ourselves in relation to that better felt and spoken sense of home, and how we witness ourselves as our own process, right? As our points of deepest connectivity. Yeah, so just witness your alignment, witness it, feel it, right? On Tuesday, we have that beautiful Pisces moon squaring Mars in the very early morning, and then sextiling Mercury, which is in Capricorn, and Uranus, which is in Taurus. And then in the evening, the sun, of course, in Aquarius is going to sextile Jupiter. So here's the deal. Even if you kind of wake up feeling a little challenged, feeling a little pushback, the solution and the resolution will not only come in loud and clear, but it will show up, right? As a full set of instructions, right? And very clear, that's the thing. And it will also be in motion, clearing space for your expansion, right? And it will also allow for any required destruction to happen if you can breathe through that, right, and allow it, and remember that what is really expanding and being recreated and made room for is you, your expanding awareness, your expanding self, your expanding expression, right? That's what's coming in. So be an allowance of that. Breathe through it in any way that it feels restrictive. Just let it be, right? Just trust it. Trust the process. On Wednesday, the 25th, that beautiful Pisces moon is going to conjunct Neptune, sextile Pluto, and then she will blaze her way into Aries. And so the Aries moon will conjunct Jupiter and sextile the sun. So you might kind of start the day out swirling in very, very deep senses, better felt than spoken, right? Your desires, right? Plumbing those depths, right? Seeing what echoes back. And here's the deal. What's even better is when those desires feel that fire of the moon as the moon steps into Aries and kind of heats things up. And then she's going to give Jupiter a big old kiss and sextile the sun. Here's the thing. I hope that you have buckled up. And mostly, I hope that you have meant all of those intentions. Because here's where the rubber starts to hit the road. On Thursday, the Aries moon sextiles Mars in Gemini, squares Mercury, and conjuncts Chiron before before Venus moves into Pisces, right? So this is a morning of kind of really feeling the want or intention to do, right? To be in action, to function. And this could be challenged by expressions today, right? There are some pressure points to Mercury and Chiron, and this can create kind of hurt feelings or maybe a little shyness, or it might even create some triggers, shame, guilt, reluctance, right? So here's the deal. On Thursday, be mindful and opt to be in your power, in that unlimited space today, right? With the moon sextiling Mars, you have that capacity, right? So opt for your power. And as Venus moves into Pisces, this is going to be some dreamy, gauzy, romantic, lovey-dovey kind of energy. And I will say to you, please, during this Venus in Pisces cycle, which I believe lasts about 3 weeks, a little bit less, do not be in avoidance for that sense of home. And what we know about that sense of home is that it's better felt than spoken. It's your 5 senses, right? What home feels like, what it tastes like, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like to you. Do not step away from what you know to be true, right? Dive into it, but do not give in to distractions. Do not give in to addictions. Do not give in to divergences. Be in that feeling of home. Conjure it, call it, attract it. That's how you get it. So you have a deep sense of connectivity with that better felt than spoken sense of home. Do not, do not give in to the distractions, to the trappings, to the drama. Just stay in your lane and feel your feelings, right? On Friday, January 27th, Mercury in Capricorn squares Chiron. Always interesting, right? And then the moon in Aries is going to sextile Saturn, which is in Aquarius, and square Pluto, before the moon just strides right into Taurus. And then that Taurus moon is going to sextile Venus, right? So try not to carry that reluctance or those old stories, right? Those old hooks into Friday. Set your tone with your intention and then lean into the function, into the getting shit done today. It might be able to help you volley any sorts of energy that might want you to move backwards, right? That might be echoing in an old story kind of way. If you can be in your getting shit done and you can say, I did that, right? And then after that moon moves into Taurus on Friday evening, look, go on a date, whether it's with yourself or somebody that you love. Indulge in self-care. Do things that feel good, but not in the distraction way, not in the addiction way, not in the I'm avoiding way, in the diving in the face first way, right? In that sensual experience way. Do it Friday night. What a beautiful thing. On Saturday, the 28th, the Taurus moon squares the sun, trines Mercury, and then conjuncts Uranus, right? So here's the deal. This is a first quarter moon, so mind any kind of approval seeking or worth grasping that you're doing. You do not need external approval, right? You need your own approval. And your expression will come back into alignment as the day goes on. So by the evening, you will feel not only that it's possible, but also that it's required for you to show up as you, right? In new, unimagined, in new possible ways, right? So Saturday is a day to dare, right? Do something that you might not ordinarily do. Express yourself in a way that you might not ordinarily express yourself. Take a risk. Do something a little crazy, right? And by crazy, I don't mean that it has to be risky or dangerous to your person, but something that will explode a compartment, a box that you have been living in, right? Widen what you believe you're capable of, right? Your capacity is always open for shift and change. So allow that in whatever way feels amazing to you, mostly because that Taurus moon really wants you to be in your sensory expression. Yeah, and on Sunday, that beautiful Taurus moon is going to sextile Neptune and square Saturn, and then the sun, still in Aquarius, is going to trine Mars in Gemini, and then Mercury, which is of course in Capricorn, is going to, hello, we see you, is going to trine Uranus. So Uranus getting a little bit of love this week, right? Yeah, so Mercury is trining Uranus, and then the moon is going to trine Pluto. Here's the deal. Sunday is a day of expression, right? I don't care whether you talk or draw or sing or write or do some interpretive dance. It doesn't matter. The key here is that what is inside of you is asking for expression today. Yeah. And so you might sweat the method, right? Especially if it's new or if it's untried. Again, we're talking about how you are in expression. Here's the deal. Lean in, right? Let go. See what happens. The results of trusting that process, wow, of defying your own previously believed method, right? Those results might surprise you, and it might change you. And here's the deal. What happens when you change? It changes your life. It changes your capacity to be in expression. It changes your heart. It changes your soul. It can change all of those things in an instant, right? Simply by taking a risk. So don't be afraid, right? As we have this real challenge to your stories about where your boundaries are with expression, and some real capacities for eureka moments and opportunities to create something new at the end of this week. Definitely, you might want to pay attention. You might want to really take the cosmos up on that invitation. All in all, this is a week that's going to feel far more flowy, far more gauzy, far more, wow, 4 more. I'm going to just throw the 4 out there because somewhere we need 4. Far more rounded, far softer, right? So a little bit more unstructured but supportive, a little more spontaneous, a little more breathing room, allowing you to really catch up. So there's a lot of potential this week to witness through love, through good feelings, right? It should not feel so harsh and bitter and squared off. So just, yeah, I see. So be in whatever you're going to be in this week, and allow it. See, we got a 4. How about that? All right, let's talk, shall we? 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands. All right, so we talked about Monday as being a good day for aligned choices, and to do, right? To really witness ourselves as our function, our creation, our action. So 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is a card of posturing, right? 5 of Wands asks us to stand in our truth. But it also creates a situation where we might be holding on to something and just being in defense of something simply because we feel like we're supposed to. We don't want to give in. We don't want to create that softness. We don't want to allow for the fact that we could be wrong. Okay, 10 of Cups says it's good, right? Love is the verb. Compassion is the verb. You are the action. You are the alignment. Let go of anything that wants you to believe that you're only half of that, right? 5 of Wands. No, you're the full spectrum. Let the full spectrum be. There's no need to posture. There's no need to represent yourself if you are your own representation. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. Right? Let go of your pretense. We have the 7 of Wands and the Sun. So the 7 of Wands is literally about what do you need to defend? What are you willing to defend? Where are you correct? Right? What are you defending? The Sun, of course, the brightest, most wonderful, lovely card. Optimism, joy, bliss, happiness, the experience of all of those things, right? Optimism, always understanding, yes, right? My light is the brightest, right? That's not an accident, right? What are you willing to defend in order to get that feeling? So we talked about, this is the day of instructions, right? It just might just show right up. And then what you're really willing to do is understand that those instructions are really just telling you how to expand yourself, right? How do I brighten my flame? Well, look out. You're going to get those instructions today, whether you're willing to follow them, whether you're willing to set anything else on fire that's not in alignment with your own inherent and innate victory is up to you, right? Maybe. You never know. Whew. All right. 6 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. So 6 of Pentacles is a card of generosity. It's a card of understanding that that you are fully resourced, and that you have enough to share, right? This is a card of non-competition. This is a card of welcoming others, right? And so the Page of Cups is a way of doing that is heart-driven, right? That is really deeply felt. And so we talked about this as really understanding that in the beginning of this day, you get to be a swirl in those deepest, better felt and spoken desires, right? And then as the day goes on, they get a little bit of light, they get a little bit of flame underneath them, they get a little charge, right? And you feel that flow. Again, I hope that you have been buckling up, and I hope that your intentions have been deeply rooted, because the motion, right? 6 of Pentacles is a card of motion. This motion is going to begin, so be mindful. We got Justice, 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles is a card of feeling as though you're not fully resourced. Well, so we talk about this as, right, let's really making sure that we're not telling old stories. We already know how that 6 of Pentacles energy feels. We're not going to go back, right? So 6 of Pentacles is the minor of justice. 5 of Pentacles, what do I feel like I don't have? Where do I feel like someone is keeping me from my own abundance? Where am I stepping into my scarcity? Where am I imbalanced? Where am I not the balance of my own scales, right? So we're talking about how what we might do on Thursday is challenged, right? Our expressions, as we have those thumb screws, right, for Mercury and Chiron, creating some trigger, shame, guilt, reluctance. Where are you backing up? No, no, no. You opt, right, for your power. You opt for your unlimited space today. You remember why you're doing what you're doing. You remember your why, and you forget about everything else, right? That why is going to pull you forward, not your scarcity, but it's going to invite you into your abundance. And here's the deal. After Venus moves into Pisces, right? Don't give in to your distractions. Keep moving forward, right? Oh, we've got the Six of Pentacles again and the Five of Wands. So we've got themes, right? So we're talking about posturing, but we're also talking about understanding that we have everything that we need. Right? There's nothing that we're missing, absolutely nothing. Try not to carry the reluctance or old tales into Friday. Lean into function, lean into what you're going to do, right? Not, I'm going to stand here. I'm just going to stand here and hold my ground. No, I'm going to be moving with an exchange, right? Moving, motion. Just small. And here's the deal. If you're giving something back, you're always going to get something in return. Just pay attention, right? This isn't about your story about what am I lacking. No, that's your story. The universe's story is something completely different. What are you holding on to? And where are you not in that flow, in that motion, right? This is stagnation. This is stagnation. This is motion. Whew. So many pentacles this week, y'all. So we have the 4 and the 9 of pentacles on Saturday, right? We talked about, this is the first quarter moon, right? So not looking for anything outside yourself, only seeking your own approval, right? 9 of Pentacles says, I have everything I need. I've got it all. And the 4 is about conservation. The 4 is about having but holding, right? And this 6 keeps reminding us, no, you have to keep it in motion. You have to keep the process, the flow going, right? You have to keep the circle moving, not squared off, right? So if you have it, you can give it away, understanding it's going to come back. And this 9 of Pentacles is all about understanding that you always have everything that you need, right? So your expression will come back into alignment, but it requires that you show up as you, right? As you, as your brightness, and claim everything, not whole or not half, but whole, right? On Sunday, again, 9 of Pentacles and the King. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles is I am fully resourced. The King of Pentacles is you bet your ass I'm fully resourced. And I know how to utilize them. I know how to put them into proper action, right? So that Sunday talks about, I don't care what you're going to put into expression, but do it. Even if it feels weird, even if it feels scary, even if it feels like a thing you've never done before, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're standing in as yourself. You're taking the dare because you know that's where your power comes from, right? Let the results surprise you. Let the results change your life. And keep doing the work, right? Keep doing the work every day. It's what we're doing. It's what we're all doing. Just do it. You're good. So here's our 4, right? In the hand, the universe is your partner. Let's find out. Let's find out what this one has to say, shall we? Yeah. Okay. In the hand, feeling secure, taken care of. The universe is your partner. Well, look, we have all these pentacles literally telling us you are secure, right? The universe has you. So let's check this out. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is if it works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a higher version of higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life right now. You're in good hands. Your work, your family, your relationships, your home, everything. You've done it all. So now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, or strategizing. A hot tea, a good book, and a soft blanket are in order. And with Venus in Pisces and this moon moving through all of these lush, better felt than spoken opportunities, that's absolutely true, right? So how are you supported, and how do you put barriers to that support, right? How do you want to say, no, I don't believe that. I think that I'm missing something. I mean, you can say it that way, or you can say, I know what I have and what I require, and it's always all provided, right? Do the work. Cut out your barriers. Stop believing that you're half. Look at the way these fell, y'all. There's so much in these patterns this week, inviting you to witness where you're holding something in your way and where you're opening to that next opportunity. Keep it in flow, keep it in flow, keep it in flow. Yay, I love this, and please enjoy this week. It should feel like a breath, right? Like a breath. Yeah, be blessed. Take care.